Hey y'all, it's your girl Shy Gemini, and I'm coming to you with another recap of Basketball Wives. This is season 7, episode 7. Lord have mercy. 7. So, episode starts where it left off, basically. It left off with them trying to figure out where this BS started. So, Shani straight up asked Jen, where did you find it? Where did you hear this information from? Where did this rumor come from? And she said that she heard it in Miami, that the rumor started in Miami. Shani was like, well, how come I ain't heard that rumor? I've lived in Miami. I ain't heard shit about that. So who started it? And she was like, I heard it in Miami, basically. So they're going back and forth about the situation, and she again tries to throw Tammy under the bus and say that Tammy came to her and asked her. And I'm like, what reason would Tammy come and ask you that again? Like, why would she ask you, oh, did Evelyn sleep with Shani's ex? Like, I just don't see her doing that. I don't see her really giving a fuck. Like, I really don't. So Tammy told her, though, she told her to her face again, you are a bald-faced lie. I never came and asked you shit. You came with me with the information. So I didn't ask you. You're lying. Jen tried to deflect and tell Tammy she being messy, and you call yourself having this retreat and you being messy. They going back and forth. But in the midst of that, Evelyn looked at Shani and was like, can I talk to you for a second? She takes her to the side. She's got her tears. She was like, they're going to run with this, because, yeah, we all know Evelyn has whole facts. She's been with a lot of people. So she's just picturing or wondering and thinking they're going to run with, she's messed with a married man yet again. Because I'm guessing it was Shaq. That's what everybody's been saying, and what's been circulating is that it's Shaq that she was sleeping with. So she's like, I would never do that to you, Shani. I put that on my kids. I would never do that to you. And Shani was like, I don't know what to believe. She was like, my gut is telling me as I look at Evelyn, she's not lying. But this group is some shady, jacked up shit going on. And now I look at everybody differently. But she did tell Evelyn, that's your friend of all these years. Me and Jen aren't that close. But if she's willing to throw you under the bus, me under the bus, and involve other people, I mean, it proves that she can't be trusted, to be honest. She can't be trusted. But Evelyn, for some strange reason, is still blaming everything on Tammy. And she's saying it's not that she thinks she's lying, but it's the fact that she chose to bring it up at this moment, at this time, when it's been over a year. And I get that, because I'm like, Tammy, it kind of, even if you didn't have ill intentions and you wanted to let Shani know because you're a friend, it was the timing of it all. You told Shani right before this retreat, okay, knowing good and goddamn well that when y'all got into that little outing with everybody, she was going to ask the questions. You knew she was going to do that. So honestly, if it were me, if I weren't really trying to be messy, I would have actually talked to her after the retreat and maybe even called Jennifer so she can explain to Shani what was said. I don't know. That's just my take. I wouldn't have brought that to a retreat where you're supposed to be uplifting each other and saying nice things about each other. Like, I don't get it. But she was like, I wouldn't do that. But Evelyn is saying that Tammy has been trying to throw a wrench in their friendship, and her and Jen had already talked about it, and they knew that Tammy was going to try to throw a monkey wrench, which she might be. It might be a little good get back, because when you weren't talking to her, Evelyn, she was talking to Tammy, and she was cool with her. But in classic Jen form, when you came back and you started letting her sniff up your ass again, she ain't really mess with Tammy like that no more. And Tammy can act hard and tough. That probably hurt her feelings. So I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna tell you who your real friend is and what she actually tried to do behind the scenes. So it very well could be that. But again, while Evelyn and Shani are talking, Jen and Tammy are still going at it with each other. Then when they come back, Shani was like, y'all still in here lying and telling your stories and all that stuff. Shani was over it. Tammy got up because she was over it. Not only was she over it, she was trying not to go up Jen's head. Because you know Tammy will nuck if you buck. So she got up because she didn't want to fight Jennifer. She trying to change and not be that person. So they leave. So the next day, Malaysia, Kristen, and Jen go to a hot yoga class. And that's when they had the conversation about, first Jen asked if she wondered if Malaysia thinks anything different of her as far as, what she did. And I say Malaysia would be a damn fool if she didn't. I wouldn't trust you after the shit you pulled. You did this with your 20 plus year chick and you expect me to trust you? Like, no. Arm's length, boo. Arm's length. So Kristen and Malaysia are talking about the rift that's come between Cece and her. And Malaysia is like, y'all need to fix that. It ain't no sense of y'all being into it with each other. Y'all family. Can somebody please explain to me what the beef is? I have no clue. Like, I'm so lost on why they're mad at each other. Kristen mainly feels like she has the biggest attitude. And are you trying to front and like show off for Evelyn and Jen and them? Like, girl, you're too old to be trying to be popular in front of the cool chicks. Like, this is so high school. Don't mess up your friendship with someone over some chicks that you just met. And Jen already checked you and called you a liar to your face. So I don't understand why it feels like you really want to be in this clique with them. I don't get it, but I don't like Kristen. She kind of rubs me the wrong way. Very beautiful girl, and I love her hair, but I just don't like her. But anyway, the next day, Tammy goes to Shani's house, and they talk about what's going on. Shani was like, I kind of need to talk to Jen. I need to talk to you to see what is going on and where did this information come from. Well, Tammy came over and was like, I got receipts. She pulled out that phone and showed the text messages. Shani asked her, will it implicate you as starting the text? Tammy said no. Actually, in the text, Tammy was nowhere in there texting. She was just involved in the group text, but she didn't even respond. It was Jen and another chick both conspiring to find a way to get Shani to get the information. So then they throw Malaysia's name in there. And we was like, we have to put the bug in Malaysia's ear to get her to talk to Shani so we can finally get this witch. And I'm like, okay. Like, you was that thirsty to get your friend. Well, I know y'all weren't friends at the time, but you was that thirsty. Like, Jen, don't you have businesses and all this stuff? Wasn't you dealing with Tim at the time? Like, why do you have all this time to be doing shit like this? I heard that during that time, that's when you were trying to get back on the show and Evelyn blocked it. See, none of y'all really are friends, to be honest. I don't care if you've known each other for 30 years. Y'all not friends because Evelyn did you shady as far as blocking your paper. I get it. But for you to do something like that, I have 20 plus friends that I've been knowing since birth, actually. So 30 plus. Our parents grew up together. But if we fall out, you better believe I'm not putting none of their information out there and I'm not going back bad-mouthing them. It is what it is. We had a friendship. It didn't work out. I washed my hands of it. I hope you have a great life. Moving on. I'm not going to take the time to go and try to start rumors and stuff. You don't do shit like that. But so now that Malaysia's name has been thrown in there, now she wants to know what information Malaysia knows about her sleeping with her ex or whatever. And Shani is still just floored that she would throw her under the bus, Evelyn under the bus, her ex under the bus, and do something that could have possibly ruined her family vibe. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. All to get back at one person. But you know what? I can't feel sorry for any of y'all, because y'all just was starting rumors about happy endings. Y'all just did it to somebody else. Now I don't feel good to be the one that's in the hot seat. Evelyn, you too. You did a lot of shit. You say shit. You start rumors. But now when you're in the hot seat, but like I said, none of y'all friends. None of y'all. Not even Shani. So Shani and Evelyn meet for ice cream, and they're talking about the conversation she had with Tammy. But before they start the conversation, Evelyn asked Shani, did she talk to her ex? She said she did. He laughed, and then he was calling Jen a bunch of bitches. That's what I got from. So he wasn't here for it, but I mean, let's be honest. If the man really did do it, and I don't think Evelyn slept with him, but if he did do it, he's not going to admit it. He's going to say, no, I didn't, even if he did. So I wouldn't go off the man. I'm going off of Evelyn. And in this situation, I kind of believe Evelyn. So they're talking about it, and she said, look, Tammy showed me text proof that your girl was the one that started the mess. She didn't. It was your girl. But Evelyn still goes on to say, Tammy's not innocent. Okay, she's not. We get that. But why are you jumping over the fact that your girl started this rumor? Why? Like, why are you not holding her accountable for her actions? Does she have something else over your head that you don't want us to know? Because this ain't the Evelyn I know. The Evelyn I know would have bopped the shit out of her, to be honest. And I'm not saying violence is a good thing, but this is not the Evelyn I know. I thought you would have at least checked her. Not hit her, but checked her. You didn't say nothing to Jennifer. I'm trying to figure out, how is she getting away with this? Why are you more mad at Tammy than you are at your friend? So she was like, look, that's the information she gave. And again, Shani is telling her again, I'm not here for Jen. I'm never going to be here for Jen. I don't trust her. It'll be cordial when we see each other, but it's on that friend level. No, I'm not fucking with her. And if you choose you want to still mess with her, okay, that's you. It's not me. So they're saying that they want to talk to Malaysia and Jackie because, of course, they know about the rumor. And then she also tells her about what was said about Malaysia. So they're going to put together a ponderosa to get those two to give the information they have. So they actually meet at the restaurant, and I thought it was the strangest thing that Evelyn was actually cordial with Jackie. And I'm like, oh, you're cordial with her when you need some information, huh? Because you just told her you weren't here for her and you don't like her. But now you all smiles and giggles. Anyway, when she sits down, and on top of that, she gives her a backhanded compliment. Jackie, I must say that the other night when that was going on, you did act human. That's because I am human. What the hell does that mean? Like, I would have been like, thanks? Like, what the fuck does that mean? And she said, you stayed out of it. Now I give you that, Jackie. You was quiet on this episode. You ain't want no parts of the shit. I saw it all in your face. You was just sitting back and observing. But that backhanded comment, Evelyn, you could have kept that. Anyway, they're talking about it, and Shani is telling Malaysia what was said in the text. Like, she said she was going to put the bug in your ear. So Malaysia was like, now I'm going to have to check Jen because she wanted me to come to you with the information, and I ain't that kind of chick. Ain't nobody no puppet master over me. And I'm like, that's right, Malaysia. Ain't nobody no puppet master over you. And she said, listen, When the information came to me, it went in one ear and out the other. I was just like, oh, okay. She was just venting to me. I wasn't going back to you with that shit. Like, that's not my thing. I'm that same type of person. You can vent to me all you want. I ain't carrying no bones. That's between y'all. Oh, really, girl? Oh, that happened? Oh, And that's the last you'll hear from me. I ain't saying shit. I ain't going back to, well, you know, so-and-so said. No. So they said they got to get everybody together to confront Jennifer. But Tammy had already told her at her house, I don't want to see that bitch. I don't never want to talk to her. So Shani lies to get her to meet her and said that it was going to be her and Malaysia. But when they get to the Ponderosa, it's the key players, minus Cece and Kristen, because they really don't have nothing to do with it. They get together, they're talking, and then Tammy walks in, and Tammy was pissed. I could see it, like she was pissed. Jennifer walked in, and she was like, really? Like, I did not want to see this hoe. Like, I don't want to be bothered. So they start off the meeting. When Jenna come in, she's like, hi ladies. Like, girl, sit down. So when she sits down, she was like, Shani, I just want to apologize to you. I should have never repeated that. I was upset with Evelyn, basically. She basically told the truth that she did it because she was upset and she never should have done it. So she apologized. Shani was like, okay. She's like, I forgive her, but we'll never be the same. So basically, Shani tells her about the text, like, that you specifically said that we have to put a bug in Shani's ear to take that bitch down. And she was like, for you to do something like that maliciously and involve basically her family, like, that takes a evil, special kind of trick to do something like that. So Shani is definitely cool on her. She ain't feeling her no more. And Jen, again, finally took ownership and said, yes, you're right. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I shouldn't have did that or whatever. So then Malaysia was like, I never had a conversation with you about taking Evelyn down. So let's get that clear right now. And Jennifer was like, yeah, you haven't. She was like, so why did you give me the information? Why did you tell me about it? And Jen says, well, I gave you the information for you to do whatever you wanted to do with it. So basically, again, admitting that you wanted her to put the bug in Shani's ear, involving people that had nothing to do with it. But she said she did it because she knew that Malaysia also had issues with Evelyn a year or so ago too. So she thought that that plan would work since she was into it with her too. Well, not necessarily into it, but they just weren't feeling each other at that moment. Malaysia told her that shit is fucked up. I don't do stuff like that. You tried to send me to do your dirty work and it backfired and you failed miserably. I don't do that. So try again. Jen says basically at the end of the day, though, both of them are responsible and both of them had a plot against her. But Jennifer, I can say without a doubt, yes. Tammy, I don't think so. I really don't think so, because Jennifer again brought the information to her. So I honestly don't think she had a plot. It was your girl. It was solely your girl. But Tammy tells Shani that when I came to your house, I told you that I didn't want to have this moment. I didn't want to participate in this moment because the only thing that I'm guilty of is being a friend to you. And this is where the shit really kicks off. I mean, really kicks off. So Evelyn interjects and was like, full of crap, because if she's really your friend, why would you bring her a rumor that you know that was fake? And she said, I didn't start it. Your friend did. But she was like, you brought it up to her. You were being messy and you brought it up to her after it's already been said a year ago. So Evelyn tells her that she's fake, and everybody in this room basically know that you had a motive of why you did what you did. Tammy and Evelyn are going back and forth at this point, and she's like, you had a motive. And Tammy looked at Shani and was like, do you think I had a motive? And Shani was like, for what? Like, why would you have a motive? She was like, I didn't have a motive. And they were going back and forth again, and Evelyn was calling her a fake ass bitch, and they lying, and Tammy was like, you worrying about me and all. She was like, you're not a thought, sweetheart. Evelyn told her, you're not a thought, sweetheart. Trust me. She was like, yeah, so much so you follow my dude and my daughter. She was like, I ain't worried about following Reggie. I ain't worried about him. Like, please. She was like, I don't think about you. So Evelyn called Tammy a liar, and Tammy was like, yeah, you're a liar. You lied on Chad. And I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? Like, why did you bring that up? You know, whenever you bring up something about domestic violence, that is a complete no-no. She was like, yeah, you know you was hitting on that man. You a liar. You a fake ass bitch. You a liar. You ruined that man's career. No. Chad ruined his career. Let's say that. But she said, you was fighting that man, and now all of a sudden, because your neighbors saw the situation, oh, now you want to be a domestic violence advocate and all that stuff. And I'm like, Tammy, you were wrong with that, because you don't know what was going on in that household. Now, to a certain degree, I kind of feel like the statement she made about Evelyn probably fighting with Chad, like getting physical with Chad, there's a possibility. I don't know, I wasn't there, but there is a possibility that happened. But that really doesn't matter in this conversation. That had nothing to do with you all's argument. At this time, you're just trying to hit below the belt and basically get under her skin and say any and everything that is going to upset her. And you know that is a sensitive subject to her. So that's why you brought it up. Tammy, in that, you were wrong. You were honestly wrong. That was very low. That was very tasteless. And you may have turned some of your fans that really looked up to you against you, because you never want to talk about anybody's domestic violence situation, because again, you weren't there. So that's how the episode ended. Like I said, it was a mess. It was a complete mess, but I was here for it. I enjoyed it. So we'll see what happens next week. I see Tammy is crying on the next episode. So I think we're going to get to the root of how Tammy really feels about the situation with her and the girls, including Shani. Good episode, y'all. Again, I'm just a spectator of the show. I'm not Team Tammy, Team Evelyn, Jen, Shani, none of them. I just speak on what happened and give my opinions. That's all. So please don't come for my neck if I say anything bad about your faves. Please. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful, safe, happy 4th of July. I hope you all can eat all the barbecue you can, drink all the drinks, smoke all the smokes. I hope y'all have fun. I hope you see a good fireworks show. Enjoy yourself. If you got the rest of the week off, excellent. Don't be a loser like me that have to go back to work after the 4th. So I can't really turn up like I want to. I'm getting ready to go in here and do something to this head because it's summertime and I need to have me a summertime hairstyle because these ponytails ain't working. And I can't wear it down because I'll be walking around looking like Mufasa. So, all right, y'all. Have a wonderful evening. I shall talk to you all soon.